Alright, tonight I'm going to show you guys how to replace the roller wheels on your Ender 2. Coming up. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's a quick little tip for you guys. You don't even have to remove your bed from your Ender 2 to replace these little wheels. I've already replaced these two. And basically the way I'm doing it is I went ahead and just ordered up just the Delrin wheel itself and just reusing the bearings. I got a couple of flat spots in my wheels and the bed was just kind of ticking along. So I decided I'm going to change these out, and it's actually pretty simple to do. Once you get the bed unhooked and off of there, I just flipped it over and I'm using just the wrench that came with the Ender and a 3mm driver. And like I say, you don't even have to take the bed off of the plate to get this out. And I'll show you how to do that right quick. So basically you just stick this guy up underneath here and you just twist this guy off. And now what's going to happen is the nylock nut here is actually going to fall down onto the build plate, and if you don't move it and just leave it right there, you can actually pull this out, and then when you reinstall the screw actually sets down back into the nut and you can get it started again. That way there's less resetting your bed, re-leveling, all of that when you're all done. So that's just a quick tip for you guys. Now for the next tip on this, in order to get the bearings out of your wheel, they're pressed in. They're Delrin wheel. I haven't measured the bearings yet, but I'll post up how big the bearings are. So basically the way I figured this out was I just took a 7/16 socket, and it's the same diameter as the bearing, pretty close to, and then a 5/8 is the correct inside diameter. So basically I just took this guy, set him here, this guy, set him here, and whack with a hammer. Pushes your bearings right through. Now once you've extracted the bearings from the wheel, you take out your new wheel and you're going to just kind of set them in place. And this little bench top vise, you can buy these a bunch of different places. They're fairly inexpensive, but this one has nice Delrin claws on it, and they don't really have claws to it, so I just take them and just squish them down in there like so until it hits the wheel, comes back out, and then just like that. Make sure that before you put in your next bearing that you get this little spacer in there. It does actually have a little spacer that goes between the bearings, and I just set them in there like so, and then I make sure that before I squish this all the way down on there, that I check it and make sure that that my bolt's still going to go through the hole and it's not pinching that shim in there. Okay, so just like before, and then on this one, what you want to do is get it going and just get it started, and then just before you get it all the way down tight, pop it out of there. Take your bolt, came out of it, stick it down in there, make sure it's lined up, pop them back in the vise, and squish them the rest of the way back on. Now, you can over tighten it, so don't force it, just squish it down on there, check it, make sure that it's good, throw your bolt in there, make sure that the face is flat with the face of the wheel. Okay. Installation of the wheel is just going to be the same steps backwards. So you haven't moved anything on this plate. I didn't move anything here. And basically I'm just going to drop this right back in, and the bolt should be long enough to just catch the threads on the nut, and then it'll start up the shaft. So I set it right down in place. You can see that it is actually touching the nut down there. Get my wrench into place and just kind of wiggle the nut right into place. Give her a few little twists. There it is. Now it's started on there. Just like so. I will tell you on this one, the one that actually has the cam bolt on it, it does actually have a washer, a spacer washer between the nut and the bolt. So just be aware of that as you're taking that off. Make sure that you don't drop that spacer out of there either. Other than that, it's pretty simple. All right, so that's it for tonight, guys. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe. Until next time, keep making cool stuff. All right, thanks.